Alright, I just wanted to make this quick little video about my experience almost getting robbed, potentially when I had my filmmaking gear with me. This was inspired by seeing Vuhlandes' last video, and man, his storytelling, amazing. Not verbatim what happened to me, but pretty similar. I don't have the visual, so it's just gonna be pretty much me talking and yapping to the camera this entire time. So this was last summer while I was filming my series Town Business. It just released last month, or whenever this video will come out. It released July 2025, and I filmed it last summer, which is July 2024, up until August. Now, for this series, I had rented out cinema lenses. I wasn't going to sit back and use my typical autofocus run and gun lenses. I want to, feel a little bit more professional and more like a series, step the game up per se, even though I was the only one pretty much DPing the project besides my friend Israel, who was involved with one episode in the making of filming this project, Town Business. Now, what had happened was I was filming out, and I'm from Oakland, California, so, it's gentrified, so it's not as active, but you want to find out, go to certain parts. I'm not telling you to, but I'm just telling you, it's not how it used to be, but it still has its times. You still got to be cautious, and that's any place you go, but I'm just letting you know that's how it is out here for me in Oakland, California. So while I was filming, and I was off of near Berkeley, I think technically North Oakland, but I would say mainly Berkeley area, off of Ashby. Now, why am I dropping off literal and like saying actual locations? It's just to give you context to know, like, I was in the nicest part of the bay where you really wouldn't get touched, and it was at a park. So anyways, which is a little bit foreshadowing, because in that episode it is called Tour de France. I had my uncle dressed up as this dude getting crazy. Watch what you do, power in the tongue. It's part of the story, but the dude who my character is buying the bike from gets robbed while I'm waiting for the bike, so he never gets the bike. And the police did get involved because they thought it was something going on, but luckily it didn't go left. I let them know that the camera I was filming and stuff. Now, in regards to what happened to me, literally hours later while filming an episode, I had all my gear out setting up for the shot of me talking, or filming me on the bench, park bench, sitting down and scrolling through Facebook Marketplace looking for the bike before I make the phone call. So while I'm doing that, all I see is while I'm setting up the camera for the shot, I was going to initially film the interaction that my character had with my uncles right outside at the corner of the park, and until a van comes up, a literal van comes up, and it stops right from, I can see it right here. It's very close. And keep in mind, this is a park full of people. Everybody just doing their own thing, minding their business. It's a pretty busy day at the park. And like I said, I see the van over there, and it's 3 people. I don't remember if they were masked up or not, but all I do know is obviously I'm seeing this big old van. It's obvious. Keep in mind, it is quiet. The most in the area that I'm at, it's quiet. So I can literally hear them talking to each other. All I do here, because now I'm peeping. I'm not game goofy. I'm not no dummy. So obviously them stopping right there is the biggest red flag and sign to get up out of there. So I start doing so, but I don't do it looking scary. I'm not saying that like I'm not saying this to be tough or anything. I'm just letting you know that when you have all this gear equipment, the Bipper was based on a story from somebody else. So I know how it gets in general with all the film equipment. So I'm grabbing my stuff slowly but surely, and I'm not like panicking and stuff. I'm grabbing it. I'm like very leisure in case they want to do something, they can come up to me. Now, I say this as a joke. I'm in California. So having a firearm, it's different compared to open carry states and concealed carry states like Texas and stuff like that. So it's a little different for us out here. But, anyways, I'm moving my equipment. I'm not going to say the help I needed during that time, but just know I'm moving my equipment. And all I hear was, what did they say? Shoot, I can't remember what they said, but I knew it was my sign. I can't remember verbatim, but all I could remember was, you act like I never did this before, or something like that. Something along the lines of obviously coming to strip me for what I have. So I was like, yeah, that was definitely my sign to go. So I'm still moving my equipment, still moving it, and I go out into the middle of the field. So if they did want to mess with me, they can come do it in front of everybody else. Now, like I said, I'm not being a tough guy when I'm telling you a story. I'm telling this story to be as a precursor for filmmakers in general. When you're carrying around all this equipment with you, you have to keep your head on a swivel. Don't just be walking around just la-di-da-di-da. Even if you're in the best part of your city, like it's out in Berkeley, it can happen at anywhere. You have to be on your P's and Q's, on your toes at all time. And honestly, obviously, they were looking throughout the neighborhood for moments like these to see what they can do. And it's usually, like I said, bipping, which is like hitting somebody's back of the window, taking stuff out of their vehicle. They obviously were looking intentionally. So when you're out there, be wary. Be aware of your surroundings. Don't just go out and just lollygag. Like I said, I know my area really well. I know my city. So being aware of my surroundings is very vital, especially with all this equipment that I have on me. And I was renting lenses, like I said earlier. So if you think I want to go ahead and mess up, somebody taking somebody else's lens for me, it was like $4,000 in replacement value, and because I use share grid, so that's where I used it from. I don't got that money on me right now. I'm working towards it. I'm not there yet. So getting that stuff replaced would have been, yeah. So yeah, be aware. Like I said, I wanted to make this video real quick just to share my experience of saying, be aware of your equipment, be aware of your surroundings, and kind of like what Vuhlandes said, I'm not mad at them. You are a product of your environment, so when you think that's all you can do, you're going to do what you think you have to do. I think, obviously, in my own personal take, we need more opportunities for people in lower income situations, just because we all are human and we need basic necessities. But in this capitalistic world, in society, you got to do what you got to do. That's what you feel like you have to, but yeah, I don't want to go into that rant. I definitely do have my thoughts and opinions on that, which you'll see in my later work in my career in a way. So thank you all for watching. I definitely related to Vuhlandes and his situation. Much love to him. He makes great content. I just got put onto him not that long ago, so seeing his work has been great, and he's really good at what he does. I really love his work. And so yeah, be safe out here. Much love. Take care of yourself. Don't be paranoid. I got God. That's why I'm protected. I'm not saying that in a gloating way. I just know my faith. And just be aware of your surroundings. Be head on a swivel. Take care of yourself. And yeah, much love. Love you. Peace.